The Circle of Eyes is a heartbreaking and inspiring fantasy fiction fairy tale about a robot with a soul. It's set in the future, and it's set in a time when parents usually hire very advanced artificially intelligent beings to act as nannies for their children and do everything a nanny would do. My lead robot, Willow, has a soul that was reincarnated from a past life as a little blind girl who dreamed of being a pianist. Willow, in the future, is a robot, and she has real human dreams and passions and falls in love just like a human would. She makes her way to this household that she feels is her home, and she begins to love these two children in the house, as well as the male robot named Echo, who is a machine and can't love her back. Willow is drawn to the piano in the house, and she begins to write songs and teach the children music and inspire them in an artistic way that they have never experienced before. The parents are not happy about this, and they send Willow away because she is broken and she needs to be fixed. The end of the play is kind of a surprise, magical, dramatic moment that ties everything together, and it gives a very important message. I'm not ready to give away the ending of the play just yet. I was inspired by actually personal experiences about the way that music and art has impacted my own life. Specifically songwriting and piano, in a way saved my life at a time when I was really sick and broken and didn't know if I could go on. Music was the thing that got me through it, so I wanted to write that in a way maybe that other people could relate to. And I also wanted to give two messages with my story. One, to convey the importance of music and art created from real human emotion rather than from a machine, because technology is really taking over as we're heading into the future. And two, I wanted to send the message that we are all connected and we all have a purpose, and it is our job to find our purpose and use it to help others, because to me that is the meaning of life, and that is love. Who is Benjamin Black? So Benjamin's character is the ghost or phantom character in the play. Obviously, my inspiration here was my favorite musical, The Phantom of the Opera, but there's a lot more to it than that. In my own personal life, some of my favorite composers and songwriters have talked about their best work being written while they're sort of outside of their body, and they say how I wasn't even thinking when I wrote this, it just sort of happened. Like, I don't even know how it happened, it just came out. And I've always been really fascinated by that concept. So is Benjamin possessing Willow and writing songs through her, or is she, imagining him in her mind? That's up to the audience to decide for themselves. It is possible that Willow has created this imaginary spirit guide or phantom because she doesn't believe that she's capable of creating greatness on her own. But she still wants to create, so she needs something to, blame it on. Or she really has this guardian angel following her around from another dimension, helping her find her gift and actually giving her song ideas. So either, there's no wrong answer. The audience could choose which one they want. Allie is the little girl in the play, about 7 or 8 years old, and she just falls in love with Willow. She thinks Willow is her best friend. She thinks she's inspired by her. She tells Willow, when I grow up, I want to be like you. I want to sing and dance and make art and make people happy. And in a way, tying in this whole fairy tale, dark fairy tale theme, which I've always been like a big fan of. Allie is sort of like Tinkerbell would have died if humans didn't clap their hands and believed in her. So it's almost like Allie, which is the only character who actually believed Willow had a human soul from the very beginning, saved Willow in a way because she believed in her. Even though at the end of the play, Willow ends up saving Allie. So, circle. So Echo is my leading man, my robot, who Willow falls in love with. He's very attractive and funny and smart and perfect. When I was casting and interviewing actors to play the role of Echo, one of the actors brought up a really interesting comparison with Echo's character to the Tin Man in The Wizard of Oz, which I thought was really spot on. The Tin Man doesn't have a heart, and he spends the whole play looking for a heart. But in fact, the Tin Man is the most loving and compassionate and caring character in the entire story, in my opinion. So Echo is a little bit like the Tin Man. He really does, have something for Willow. He's drawn to her, he's confused by her, but he's really fascinated by her. And he does start off the play very robotic, and as the play goes on, by the end, he feels he's starting to have emotions. So Echo is a complex character, and I did give him a British accent, one, to add to his charm, and two, to tie in the whole the idea of the original voice of Siri. So that's Echo. The apple tree is very symbolic in a lot of ways. In the play, it symbolizes life, nature, something that's real, something that's not artificial or made by a machine, which is important. It symbolizes the magical place where Willow talks to her ghost and hears her song ideas. It symbolizes life, but also part of life is death. So it symbolizes the full circle, which you will understand more when you see the ending of the play. My ultimate goal for The Circle of Eyes is to one day have it be made into an animation film, much in the stylings of a Tim Burton musical. So for New York Winter Fest, for the premiere, I'm going to have all the costumes and makeup be very dark, whimsical, cartoon-like. They're all going to be black and white costumes with little highlights of red throughout the play, like red wigs, red hats, red shoes, red apples. So, for the little girl, for one of Willow's costumes, their costume. One of Allie's costumes, Act 2. This still needs some work, I'm going to add to it, but something that Willow's going to dance in for her solo. This outfit is just an example of the stylings of the costumes in the play. There is a song called Sad Clown that Echo sings to Willow, or sings about Willow. And so I do want it to be kind of dark circusy, also futuristic, also cartoonish. I'm kind of mixing styles together, like gothic with anime with futuristic styles, and I'm putting my own little twist on it. So. All these songs are so special to me, it's really hard to answer that. I think the audience's favorite is going to be Blind Midnight Sun, which is the big, powerful, up-tempo, rock opera-ish song that Benjamin Black sings to Willow. And I think they're also going to love the theme song of the play called The Circle of Eyes. But personally, my favorite song in the play is the very last song in the show called Full Circle. It just really always hits me and still makes me cry. I am extremely honored that New York Winterfest has chosen my musical to be part of their 2020 festival. And opening night of this play will be February 13th at the Hudson Guild Theater in New York, followed by 2 more performances on the 14th and 16th. And it's extremely exciting. This is something I've been working on for a really long time, and I finally get to see it actually come to life. So I'm extremely excited. And I do plan on producing and directing this play again locally in Los Angeles so that I can share it with my friends and loved ones here in the future. I'm extremely lucky and to have an amazing team, a crew help me with this play. I have an insanely talented set designer, Eric Maribel, who is making me the impossible magical apple tree that deflates and pops up, and I don't know how he's doing it, but it's amazing. And I have an amazing stage manager who I couldn't do this play without, Rob Copeland. Thank you for your amazing hard work and organization. And my choreographer I hired, named Paige Seeley, I'm so honored and excited to have her work with me to choreograph 2 big dance numbers for the play. And my music production engineer is Robert Simon Leon, who is also the mastermind behind the music in a lot of ways for me. He did all the production and the strings, and he's going to be doing the sound in New York. And probably the lighting too. Yeah, and my hair and makeup assistant, Ginger Collins, who's incredibly talented. She's also going to be playing the mother in the play. And the really, really talented cast members that I've cast, who I'm so excited to start working with in January, who are just going to take the music and the story to a whole nother level, and I couldn't do it without them. So I'm very blessed. Thank you guys.